Hey guys, Johnny here, coming at you today with another video on how to play percussively on guitar, this time acoustic. So let's jump into it. So let's break it down, and let me preface this by saying that everything that I said in my previous video for electric guitar can be also applied here, mostly. So if you haven't watched that, I'll leave a link below and go check that out before we continue. But yeah, some of those things can of course be applied in acoustic, so... And also just the muting technique also works. And that's all great, but we need something more. When you're playing acoustic, oftentimes you're the only instrument around and you need to fill the room, right? You need you almost want you want the ability to sound like a drum at the same time, and a lot of folks have great skill in plucking at the guitar in different places and making it sound. But today we're just gonna discuss the main technique that I use personally to fill the room when I'm playing guitar, and that's gonna be our thumb. So what we're gonna be doing is just popping the sixth string with our thumb. So and that's the sound we're going for. And you might think, when do I do this? Because when you're playing, you might think there isn't a space of time that you can employ to do that without messing up your strumming. So if you have something like... You might say, hey Johnny, when do I have time to get away from my strumming and pluck on the sixth string like that? Well, it's very tricky at first, and I recommend that you just practice, just get comfortable with the placement of that thumb hit there. And once you get that down, what I recommend is just thinking it as if you're playing the drums, right? So let's think of a drum pattern, something like... Right? So every time you hit the snare on your imaginary drum, we're gonna be hitting our thumb. So let's again go back to our transition here. So we have... Now try to superpose the drum pattern that we just did over that. And the idea is that whenever you're going to play the snare on your imaginary drum, we're gonna hit with our thumb. So here's how it sounds. Right? It's tricky at first, and it's going to take a little bit of practice, but I assure you it's totally possible, and it's something that you can integrate in pretty much any song. And of course, you can think of different drum patterns and then integrate those into your playing. And I find that this lends itself particularly well when you're doing kind of finger style parts. It just gives it that kind of that wide vibe to it. So yeah, that's it for me. Leave any questions below, any comments. As ever, thank you for watching, and I'm gonna play you out with another tune here.